Welcome to this week's TESPN Podcast. Spring sports are underway. A lot of Titan teams have gotten their first contest under their belt, and we're really excited to be joined by freshman softball player Karşın Beatty. Karşın, you had a great field hockey season in the fall. You were one of the major contributors on a team that won the LIS regular season as well as got all the way to the state championship game. So my first question to you is just how did that, having already won varsity season under your belt, how has that impacted or helped you in your second varsity sport now of softball?
I definitely feel like at the beginning of field hockey season, I was just trying to take it game by game. I didn't really look at like the state championship. I didn't look for collegiate and St. Catherine's playing them in the playoffs. I feel like for softball now, I'm like motivated. Like I want to win the state championship after losing state championship field hockey, and I'm just ready to take it off the bat, look straight forward to those games.
Nice.
Well, Karşın, so we talked earlier
Great answer.
at morning meeting. All we hear is like Karşın Beatty hit a home run, right? So give us some like after you hit a home run, like, or like right before, like you like right when you hit the bat, do you know what's gone? Like do you like what's going through your head?
Well, I wasn't really a home run hitter. I was more like a double hitter. But after my first two high school games, I feel like that's kind of changed. And definitely my first home run, I did not think it was good over, like, not at all. I thought it was pop up to the left fielder, but definitely now I can, like, feel it.
Yeah, so, I mean, full disclosure, I teach Karşın, and all year leading up to the spring, when I ask her about softball, she's like, oh, yeah, like, I'm not a power hitter at all. Like, I'm just a good fielder, just try and get on base. And then I hear, like, first game, she hits a home run. Second game, she hits a home run. Third game, she hit one off the fence that was inches away from being a home run, but she ended up just getting a triple on that one. But basically, I don't know, I feel like I've been lied to that you are this power hitter as well. But next thing I want to ask you is just, you obviously are a great athlete, multi-sport athlete. I know how committed you are in both field hockey and softball, but I'm curious what you think, the fact that your mom, who's been the athletic trainer over Benedictine for many years, and you grew up following her around, watching high school practices, being at high school games, particularly at an all-boys school, like how much influence do you think that's had on your mindset as an athlete?
Definitely not take any game for granted. Like after watching all the Benedictine players, like from freshman, then being a senior, like they never take a game for granted, and that's always like shown something to me that high school sports like really means a lot to people.
Do you think particularly because you've been around boys teams and boys coaches, do you think that's had an impact as well versus let's say if it was that your mom was the trainer at either a co-ed school or an all-girls school, you think it would have been different?
I don't think it would have been different at all. I mean, I definitely learned like from watching the guys play like aggressive and like always wanting to like beat someone and like not losing. Like they have the mindset like they're not going to lose, and I feel like that gave me the mindset. So I'm not going to lose. Like, yeah.
Well, you know, I'm a big like teammate guy for the team. You know, is there one person or a couple girls on your team that you like want to give a shout out to, or just somebody who's always there for you?
Yes, Camille Santiago. I love her. I feel like the dugout isn't always like hyper. Camille's always getting us there. Someone gets down, Camille is always up. And I feel like I got a lot of credit for the James River game, but Camille, we were down by 3, and she hit a triple to bring in those runs to tie it up. Definitely give her credit for that.
That's awesome. So I do want to do a little lightning round with you in a second. We're going to ask some quick questions, but I do have one more, I guess, more thought-provoking question. Is you mentioned that a dream that you might have is to maybe be in broadcasting or sports media someday. So sitting here with us doing the podcast, like, can you envision, later?
Well, we gotta fix
your,
it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's fix the state champion.
Oh, sorry.
How dare you?
We dropped it.
I don't know what made it fall down there, but just a reminder of our trophy back here. Sorry. That was. Let's leave that in. That was interesting timing there. But no, just asking you like this TESPN thing, or just your dreams to possibly be a broadcaster. Can you talk a little bit about that? What makes you interested in that, and where you see that going for you?
My family is really big on like NFL and stuff, and I've just always watched Andrew.
Luck.
No.
Andrea Kramer?
Andrew Aarons.
Oh, Aaron Andrews.
Oh.
Aaron Andrews. Aaron Andrews. And that's,
Yeah, she's
I
great.
just, yeah. I always just think about like going up to Tom Brady and be like, what was that pick in the fourth quarter? Yeah.
Yeah. Tom Brady's older than I am,
Terrible.
Yeah.
by the way.
Well, I want to do Tom Brady, but like,
Shout out Sam Bory on that.
just think about that.
Yeah. You got any more?
No, I mean I got like one like of course like field hockey and softball are two very different sports, but like what can you like compare them like similarities to? Like what would you say that they have in common? Like you could be like I know you have one of the greatest coaches, Miss
Yes.
Eve, and of course you gotta shout out Miss Darlington also those are two very good coaches. Do they have like similar coaching styles?
Yes,
or?
they actually do. Coach Sneed is always like really like cared for all of her athletes, and I feel like Coach Darlington is exactly like that. Like she cares about every single one, on and off the field, and yeah, that definitely helps.
All right, let's finish this off with a little lightning round. I don't even know yet what I'm going to ask you, but we'll just do like about approximately 5, like just whatever comes to my head. I'm going to ask you a quick question. Whatever comes to your head is your answer. Okay, so what's your favorite meal?
Pizza.
What's your dream place to live?
France.
What's your favorite class in school?
History.
Nice.
Everybody said
Who is your favorite NFL team?
Patriots.
Who's your favorite athlete?
Mookie Betts.
Huh.
And who's your favorite female athlete?
Ooh. I don't really know many female athletes.
Well, we need to change that. Your generation, we're going to change that so that the next generation can look up to the Karşın Beattys and they'll know that female
Yeah.
athletes are getting their due. All right, finally, let's just end it with what is your pre-game hype song?
Super Gremlin, definitely.
All right.
Hey, she hanging out with Trey Grant too.
I'm not familiar with that particular tune, but all right. Well, Karşın, thanks for joining us. Really awesome to see all your accomplishments this year, and the most exciting thing is you're just a freshman, so hopefully you're going to keep shattering the record books here and have the athletic career that we all know you're going to have. And just thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, so spring sports have started, Griff. Most teams, I guess, have had their first game or meet by this point. So we're not going to do a full recap yet. We'll do that on a future podcast of sort of where every team stands right now. Also, hopefully our media day interviews will be coming out soon, so Titan fans can check those out. But just for this first couple of weeks since we've been back from spring break, do you have an athlete of the week you want to talk about?
Right. Yeah. Well, I want to go. My athlete, of course, is one of my good friends. I've known this kid for about 13 years now. Maxwell Reese. He's on the tennis team. He won his match like clean. No, I think it was like 8-1 or like it was nowhere close. And just like that's I'm not trying to be biased, but like I've seen that guy like grow and work at tennis like his entire life, and it's kind of crazy to like think like when he was a little kid, like when I heard he did tennis, I was like, tennis, like what, like this dude's like 6'2", like what are you playing tennis? But he's killing it. Big shout out to that guy. I mean, I'm just super proud of him.
That's cool. And then for you, how about a rookie of the week?
I mean, she was just on. I need Karşın Beatty. I mean, it's kind of remarkable, like especially with Miss Darlington coming up and saying freshman has hit bombs almost every game. There's a bunch of there's a bunch of rookies. I know there's Jalen from the baseball team. I gotta give a shout out to him. I know he came in.
Don't take all mine.
Well, I'm just.
Yeah, no, that's huge.
He came in for Josiah pitching, and so there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I had a couple rookies of the week as well. Yeah, definitely shout out for Jalen German, and then also Lily Ferguson for girls lacrosse. I believe led the team with, I think, 4 goals in their first game up at Fredericksburg Academy. So 8th grader Lily Ferguson just coming out with a super strong start to her high school lacrosse career. And she, of course, started on the basketball team this winter as well. And then Tony Benitez, I mean, he's not new to the school, but in his moving up to the varsity team, I think it was his first varsity game in baseball, hit a huge home run against Bishop O'Connell, who's a top 100 team in the nation. So great job for Tony on that one. So those would be my 2 rookies of the week, Lily Ferguson and Tony Benitez. And then, man, for athlete of the week, that's so hard. I mean, we just have so many great spring athletes, and we're still so early in the season. But I think maybe going with softball, just I know they're off to a great start. And off camera, before we interviewed Karşın, she mentioned both of their pitchers, Allie Doherty and LB Welch. So I would say just those softball pitchers, like they're keeping them in every game. You know, we hear about the home runs of Karşın or some of the other hitters, but pitching takes you so far in both softball and baseball. So I would go with LB and Allie as my athletes of the week. But man, there's just so many great ones to choose from. And we're excited to just get the podcast going weekly again this spring, because spring is our busiest season of Titan Athletics. So continue to check out this space. Hope you enjoyed our interview with Karşın. She is definitely a character for sure. And the experience of teaching her is really is pretty fun. You never know what you're going to get on a day-to-day basis, but what an athlete, and I can't wait to watch her progress here in the green and blue.
I do want to say, well, I forgot, she mentioned McGovern or Rollins.
Yeah.
She's McGovern, so McGovern's she's best friends with my sister.
Oh, yeah.
And so me and Matthew Rollins, we used to play baseball, and McGovern would come all to our games. So I've known McGovern, and now like I went over to softball for like 2 innings, and I saw her, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Like, you know, I've known her, and boom, like, ooh. And like it's like she's almost like exactly like Karşın, except she McGovern like doubles like every single time. And again, that's a freshman going down on varsity. It's like just remarkable. So I also want to give out to McGovern, just another like family friend. Kind of crazy.
And McGovern is, you know, grew up around this campus, obviously, with her dad being the amazing music teacher and band director and Trinity Hall of Famer, Mr. Rollins. And I also teach McGovern. She's an awesome student. She and Karşın might be a lot alike on the diamond. They're pretty different in the classroom. But I'm so thrilled that she's doing so well. I guess that's pretty much a wrap for this week. But continue to check out our content, because we're going to have a lot more podcasts coming in this spring. And this is, again, I think our most busy, exciting season in Trinity Athletics. So you're going to want to continue, if you want to know what's going on in all the sports, to stay with TESPN. We got you covered.